You're saying all this and you're saying all that. You're saying what you say when you're laying down tracks. I listen to this and I listen to that, but I don't listen anymore, cause you ain't saying nothing.
In it to win it and you thinking I lost one, but you should really tell me where your chain and your watch from. Talk about the streets that you and your team run. Tell me how you living, the triple beam dream, son. Please tell me how I'm about to get clapped up. You treat me like Rihanna, I'm about to get slapped up. Hustle so hard like I'm fucking with Mack trucks. Whole gang of goons but never calling for backup. Now please tell me how you coming to get some. Playing Big Willie when you saying you're wet one. Now you hold the burner that will put me to rest, son. I Jay-Z your threats and it's on to the next one. So come with it, I ain't scared of no gun talk. 40 cal 5K, watching my tongue walk. You unrealistic and as sharp as a dough fork. Flow like Van Damme, real talk is a blood sport.
You're saying all this and you're saying all that. You're saying what you say when you're laying down tracks. I listen to this and I listen to that, but I don't listen anymore, cause you ain't saying nothing.
Good evening, Rhode Island, and those of you creeping, crawling around at the interwebs. My name's Bobby Rossi, and I am here to host one more edition of RWA's Hype TV. Folks, you want to stick around for this one as you do for every episode. But tonight, at our Chop Shop, two very prestigious championships will be up for grabs. The television title, as well as the Tag Team Championship. And folks, as if Mike Graca hasn't been enough of a competitor, he has taken on the challenge to face Kris Pyro in a best-of-3 falls matchup. You can't go wrong with a solid match like that, right? But to kick things off will be the terror Tom Billington as he terrorizes the sexual sensation TJ Swift. Kicking it off to ringside with Rob Clemson and the mouth Mike Mifflin. Take it away, boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from every woman's heaven, weighing in tonight at 158 pounds, the sexual sensation, TJ Swift.
And the party has started already here at RWA Hype. Welcome, everybody. I am Clem Cadiddle-Hopper alongside the mouth, Mike Mifflin. And what's happening to the camera?
It's spinning in different directions, just like the ladies' heads as TJ Swift walks out of the curtain.
It appears we're still having problems with our PA system here. TJ Swift, no stranger to putting the P in the A. Probably should leave that off of this.
That was completely unnecessary, but I appreciate you letting me know that. I'll be sure to stay away from him in every chance necessary.
I think that some of the people here just took the dollar out of his belt buckle. Of course, I made mention to this last time we saw TJ Swift in action. The belt buckle is so the women don't fall off.
Oh, I see. That's pretty smart. He's an idiot. I'm not a big fan of the gentleman persuasion. I like my ladies.
I'm gonna do what I do best.
Thick.
And I know they like you like your ladies like your mustache, thick and full of flavor
and luxurious.
It suggests the time for fun and games may be drawing close to an end because TJ Swift will be going up against the terror, Tom Billington here.
Rob Massey looks a little afraid.
Well, as we say here in the RWA, believe the hype. And there's plenty to be afraid of when it comes to the terror, Tom Billington.
Well, certainly Tom Billington is, ew. He is terrible looking.
Well, I don't think this is a beauty contest as far as he's concerned. And you saw that young lady at ringside grabbing on to her daddy. She is definitely terrified of the terror.
Well, quite honestly, I'm terrified of the terror. I mean, look at that jacket. When is that from? 1974. I mean, I think that he got that from the sand dunes of Egypt, where Crimson Alchemy is from. And I mean, that thing's just absolutely terrible. The lights are flickering on and off. That is very distracting. If Tom Billington could please stop that from happening, that would be absolutely fantastic. I don't know. Every week, Tom Billington comes out with a new paint job. Who is this referee? I've never seen this gentleman before. Who the hell is that?
I don't know. We may have just pulled him off the streets. Of course, I'm kidding. That's I believe his name's Justin. And, this is his first day on the job here refereeing.
Obviously, you know nothing either. His name's Justin? That's all you can tell me? You can't tell me the guy's background, where he's from?
He's from Sheboygan.
Sheboygan?
He walks in the door, says, "Hey, I'm Justin. I'm here to referee, and I have a new acquisition by the ladies of management."
Well, he didn't shake my hand. I'm just letting you know.
Well, we'll have to pass the word along that that needs to happen from here on out.
I would appreciate it.
You cannot have somebody the caliber of the mouth Mike Mifflin disrespected.
That's right. I can make people or break people on commentary. That's what I can do. What is he? Tom Billington.
Looking for a way out, and TJ cleverly ducking as much as he could, but right into the side headlock here.
Tom Billington with the goal behind puts him in a full Nelson for about a half a millisecond, and then right back into the headlock. TJ Swift with a drop toe hold. TJ Swift definitely has gotten better in his wrestling ability, no doubt about it. I mean, I remember when TJ Swift was just a young man just trying to make it happen, and he has come a long way for sure. Ooh, Tom Billington now with those thrusts with the palm.
I couldn't agree more. He really is making his way up the ladder here in the RWA, especially in the junior heavyweight division. Knocked off the Irish Warrior a couple weeks ago with a huge upset. Even in a losing effort, he has been very successful. See if he can knock off a former RWA tag team champion, former RWA champion, in fact, in Tom Billington, one of the original members of the RWA.
Tom Billington now with a go behind. Swift really working over Tom Billington.
Billington had about enough of that. Makes his way over the ropes and causes the rope break. Back to the drawing board here. We'll see what he can come up with now.
Has him in that headlock. TJ Swift, obviously the stronger of the two gentlemen. Billington, very nice by Tom Billington.
Crafty in his own right.
Tom Billington really showing that he can exchange some holds. Whoa, Tom Billington right between the top and second rope there, breaking the hold. And there's an arm drag. Japanese arm drag.
Well, until that exchange, I was about to say, oh, wait a minute, what's going on here? Oh, my God. Billington's going to take a timeout and think this one through. I was going to say moments ago, what I was going to say is Billington, another guy formerly, or maybe not formerly, but known as a singles known as a tag team wrestler, trying to make a go at it in a singles career. As you see that
sort of a springboard to the outside of the ring.
Billington almost was going to call his bluff. Didn't think it was going to happen. Saw him standing there, just almost daring him to do so.
Well, I don't think Billington's too afraid of that. I mean, I think Billington is certainly more afraid of the strength of TJ Swift. You know, with his gym membership, you know, pretty much, being used every day.
So you're saying Billington is afraid?
Well, I don't think it's so much afraid. I think he's more concerned, more than anything else, about the strength of TJ Swift rather than the high flying ability of TJ Swift.
I think Billington thinks it's 2007 and he's on Atlantic Boulevard. I think that's the case.
Huh. And there's a hard short arm clothesline from Tom Billington. That might have broken the jaw of TJ Swift.
He is a lost soul to say the least. Quick with that double knife edge chop to the chest, like a reflex action that happens so quick. Now he's going to just continue to take TJ apart piece by piece. That second one was the better of that exchange. Damage has been done nonetheless. Now you notice he's working on the right arm here, and he's softening him up for that submission hold that we've seen him use as of late.
Well, that's a good way to break someone's arm. Tom Billington stepped over the arm and then fell right to his ample posterior.
Swift was trying to fight away. Now that double knee to the arm again, softening up that arm even more. Could be all over for TJ Swift, but fairly early here in this one.
Tom Billington with those hard strikes.
Hard gut buster there by Billington.
Like a rib cage, more like he landed on the rib cage rather than the gut.
Of course, why not correct me?
I'm just saying.
Shoulder big time. And right back to that arm. Swift may want to consider just giving this one up, and risking permanent injury is not going to help him in his quest to move up the ladder even more. A broken arm could set him back months. Now dragging the nails across the back of Swift. I believe he only likes that when the ladies do it, but...
Well, you would think.
You would think, exactly.
Tom Billington really working him over now. TJ Swift just seated at in the corner. There's that throat thrust. Tom Billington now working with that palm strike.
Billington
forearm.
The southpaw coming in with those lefts. Headbutt for good measure right there. Now what's coming up?
You know who else was a southpaw? Pedro Morales.
Pedro Morales. No.
Oh, TJ Swift.
Lit him up right there, but Billington firing right back with those European uppercuts. Oh, he hit him with the Dave Oliveira right there. That's a $50 payday up in Fairhaven. Crowd starting to get behind TJ. They want to see him make a comeback here.
TJ Swift just chopping away at Tom Billington. Hard forearm. Billington's down.
Only at one count. It would appear Swift doing everything he can to mount a comeback, and Billington just not having it here. Really taking it to Swift. Now trying to suck the life out of it, and I'm sure restrict the airflow here. Scoops him and slams him down hard. Puts him in position, and it appears he's going to the outside and ascending to the top rope. Oh, second. He's faking me out here, Mike.
Well, I mean, that's what he does.
Bombs away. Nobody home.
Well, that'll break a tailbone in a hurry.
Well, it certainly will, and that could be the difference maker right here in this one.
The straw that broke the camel's back. Except he's not. You see what I did there?
I
His
see what you
partner
did there.
is the. It's funny.
It's his. Oh, the partner, the camp. I gotcha.
You see? That's funny. That was funny. All right, no one else is laughing besides me. That's fine.
Excuse me while I face palm. Both men down. Swift. No, I was going to say Swift may be first to his feet, but it looks like a dead even here.
Swift is up.
Trying to compose himself, and he does, delivering with that clothesline.
Back elbow. Double chop to the chest.
Doesn't go for a pin, could prove to be a mistake.
Ooh, hard forearm, make it 2. 3.
Really peppering him right there. Dazing him enough to go to the top. It looks like he's going to tightrope walk here.
Might not be a good idea.
Billington kicked the ropes and down he goes. And collectively, all the women in the room sigh. Oh, they're not going to like that one bit. And oh, wait a minute. This looks familiar. Potato sack delivering a message from the Irish Warrior. Perhaps a bit of a receipt.
Get paid off?
It wouldn't surprise me. We saw Billington walk past Miss Lynn and the Irish Warrior last week during their interview time. Oh, wait a minute here. TJ Swift with the roll-up out of nowhere. He got the 3 count, Mike.
I can't believe it. TJ Swift pulls out the win. He needs to get some medical attention on the twigs and berries. Billington doesn't know what to do.
I think he knows exactly what he's going to do here. He's not happy. This isn't going to sit well. TJ Swift needs to watch himself right here. This could. Oh, I was right. Grabs him by the hair. Arm first into that pole right there. The already injured arm. Referee getting shoved aside. That's going to cost him some loot.
Well, the loot that he just stole from TJ Swift can go towards that.
And there's his submission. Locking it in and not letting go. The referee doing his best to try to get Billington off Swift. Hopefully no sort of permanent damage caused to Swift as he rolls out of the ring, and the referee's got to watch himself here. Oh no. Forearm shot, down he goes. He should stay down if he knows what's good for him. We're going to take it backstage. Oh, you see, he should have just stay down, ref. Stay down. We're going to take it backstage. Apparently, the student body is backstage with our cameras. Oh, come on. Just stop. Stop already. Just taking the student body, please. Enough is enough.
TJ Swift earns himself a hard-fought victory over the terror Tom Billington. And it seems as if he's starting to pick up a little bit of momentum in the junior heavyweight division. It's going to be interesting to see how that pans out, just in case the terror doesn't have a grudge of his own. Going to have to stay tuned to find out, folks. But nonetheless, backstage, the student body are demanding a conference, an audience, if you will, with one of our co-directors of competition in Liz Bevan. Followed by that will be some highlights and some more singles competition between the Irish Warrior and Dante. Check it out for yourselves. Let's see what the student body has on their mind now.
All right, for the last time, this is not a religious pose. It is done by a quarterback named Ken Tebow who plays football.
Well, he obviously must be Christian because that looks like a religious pose.
It's not a religious pose.
It must be.
But it's not.
I don't even get it. Why would even a football player have a reason to do that? Ah, yes, Mr. Director of Competition. There's an issue that must be addressed immediately. We wish to speak with you incognito.
What that means is...
I know. Yes?
Come with us.
Okay, ladies of management, last week I issued you a challenge. I issued you the challenge to find us competition. Somebody in this place that can truly stand up to the challenge of my Iron Warrior.
I found someone who's been doing very well lately. He's actually undefeated in 2013. It's actually someone you know very well. The year just started. Your opponent is Dante.
RWA Triple Crown champion, the ace Mike Montero. And Mike, last week you came here and you spoke to me and you said that you wanted to prove to everybody that you were on top, that you were the king and you deserved to hold that championship, and that's why you challenged Jason Devine. The match was great, you beat Jason Devine, and then that's where everything went crazy. There was a handshake and, forgive me for the loss of words, but why?
You want to know why? I'm sure everybody wants to know why. They want to know why I took this beautiful championship and I cracked Jason Devine in the skull with it. And I'll give you a reason why. I'm going to take you on a little history lesson. I'm going to take you for a trip down memory lane. See, it was the very first dynasty. I went into the very first dynasty as the Triple Crown champion. My tag team partner was Jason Devine. And at the end of that match, we celebrated our victory, and all was dandy. But then he took my championship, and he cracked me in the skull with it. Now, that was just a little payback. But see, the reason things are the way they are, the reason that I'm doing things the way that I am, is because no matter how many hoops that this company has put in front of me, I have jumped through them all. I've created more moments in this company than anyone else. But yet, somehow, it's not okay in these people's minds. It's not okay for the boys in the back to understand that I'm the best. But that is exactly what I am. And no, I'm not going to go out of my way to prove to the world that I'm the best, because I am, I've done it, I proved it. Now, it's just a matter of holding on to what rightfully belongs to me, because I'm on a mission. I'm on a mission, and that mission is to be champion forever. I like the sound of that.
Disturbing words from our champion. We'll kick it back to the studio and Bobby Rossi.
It almost seems as if there's more than just the title at stake here. It's apparent to me that the ace has a very old score to settle with Jason Devine. Almost seems as if these two guys need to meet outside of the ring. But I don't want to give you folks any wrong impressions. These are competitors, and they'll keep it in between the ropes. Nonetheless, folks, what you have seen is just the tip of the iceberg. Right now, we're going to kick it live at our RWA Chop Shop, where you're going to see the television champion in his hardest fight yet. A best of 3 falls up against the Heat, Kris Pyro. Take it away, boys.
It's a 2 out of 3 falls match, and it is for the RWA Television Championship. Introducing first the challenger from the notorious 508, weighing in at 175 pounds, the Heat, Kris Pyro.
We've been waiting for this one for quite some time. Originally scheduled to take place at RWA We Will Remember. We got snowed out that night thanks to the blizzard of 2013. But it will happen here tonight in RWA's very own Chop Shop. The Heat, Kris Pyro, as you see right there, gets his shot at the television championship against the wave of the future, Mike Graca. You see no shortage of confidence from Kris Pyro. He's held championship belts everywhere, Mike Mifflin.
The wave of the future is Mike Graca. He is the future of RWA. Kris Pyro is an independent wrestling, I don't want to say legend, but he's pretty damn close.
A mainstay.
He is definitely a mainstay. This is going to be a huge test for Mike Graca. If Mike Graca can somehow figure out a way to defeat Kris Pyro, he has stepped up to the plate, no doubt about it, 110%.
Not only defeat him, but defeat him 2 out of 3 times.
Well, I mean, 2 out of 3 fall matches are very, very difficult. As we've seen in wrestling folklore, I mean, certainly in RWA folklore, we've had the 3 stages of hell between Phoenix and Hanson. That has happened. What other 2 out of 3 fall matches have we had?
There have been tag team championship matches decided in 2 out of 3 falls, where it was 2 singles matches followed up by a tag team for a tag team match for the 3rd fall. There have certainly been many variations here, and this one just adding to the storied history here in the RWA. Look at much different look on the face of Graca, all business, focused and ready for this match here. He knows his championship is in serious jeopardy. These two about dead even as far as victories over each other. Pyro picking up victories in singles matches as well as tag team matches, non-title singles matches, I may add.
There is certainly a height difference between these 2 men. Not much of a weight difference between the 2. Kris Pyro certainly with the experience in this match.
No doubt about it. Oh, starting off this one fast.
And here we come right out of the gate. Beautiful back cracker.
Oh, only a 2. Pyro's strategy out of the gate. Hit him hard, hit him fast.
Oh, and here we go. We're going right into the finishing maneuvers right off the jump. And that's it. We have our first fall done and in the bag.
I certainly wasn't expecting that. Solid strategy, however, by Kris Pyro. There'll be a brief moment here where we wait for Graca to get back to his feet here. Well, maybe not. We're going to jump this one right away. Only a 2. Graca just barely being able to sit up there. Graca going to be careful right here. Only moments away from losing 2 consecutive falls here.
Hard forearms. The 2 men were just exchanging them in the middle of the ring.
Looks like Pyro tried to hold on right there.
There's a soul butt.
Vintage Mike Graca.
Oh, look at that. He just turned him inside out. Mike Graca, look at he's going to the top rope there.
Not giving Pyro a second to breathe, much like Pyro early on. Oh!
And there's a super kick. Mike Graca might be unconscious on the outside of the ring.
Pyro's experience showing through right there. Saw Graca coming off the top. He's done that to him before early on in matches actually at the East Greenwich Armory back in November. This time Pyro had it well scouted. And a count-out victory in this is just as good as any because the title would change hands.
Well, all he has to do is beat him 2 out of 3 falls. He's already beat him once. I mean, so it would only take one more victory to put this out of reach. Here comes Pyro.
Going up for a second time. Whoa, I lost his balance. They call it the high rent district for a reason. What if that cost him? Oh, imagine if Pyro cost himself that second fall right there. High risk, high reward.
He lost his balance going up to the top rope.
Sends Graca to the outside again. He's got to give it a second try. Back to the well one more time.
There we go.
Looks like Pyro shaking the cobwebs of his previous fall.
2. Oh, Pyro with that hard back chop.
See right there, that's just sending a message to Graca. Almost as if I got you right where I want you, kid.
Well, you don't want to wake up Graca, though, at the same token.
No, you certainly don't. Pyro now taking a more calculated approach here, really picking his shots here to wear down Graca for, oh, maybe not. Beautiful back elbow there, spinning in midair.
There's a 2 count.
Could have been possibly that third fall. Referee out of position, had to jump over the body of both Pyro and Graca to make that count.
These are basically just the 2 young men putting it all on the line here in RWA. This is what it's all about. 2 out of 3 falls for the television championship. It doesn't get much better than this. Not to quote Wolverine and Danger Boy Alfredo, but it doesn't get any better than this. This is wrestling, folks. Beautiful drop kick.
A Wolverine and Danger Boy reference in the telecast. Who would have guessed? Not me. Some New England wrestling. Are they Hall of Famers? Are they?
So.
And they really need to look into who does the voting for the Hall of Fame here in New England.
Former PWI 500 listees as well.
Well, anybody can get into that. You just got to send in like $25 in your name and a couple of your stats, I believe.
Well, Pyro's absolutely chopping Mike Graca, and Mike Graca is not reacting at all.
He said, you asked for it. What's coming now? Off the rope, still nothing. Whoa! Slapping each other back and forth here. Graca's chest must be made out of leather to be able to withstand those chops to the chest, but those chops to the face certainly woke him up.
It looked like he was going for the Sunday Bloody Sunday DDT.
Series of go-behinds here. Pele kick. You seen him break this out on Hansen weeks ago.
2. And here we go. We're tied up 1-1 with one fall to go.
You see the way these guys go at it back and forth, really taking it to each other. There's no better way to decide this match than a 2 out of 3 falls match. Personally, I maybe even love to see these two in an Iron Man match. I could watch these guys for over an hour.
An hour?
An hour. I mean, what kind of entertainment could they provide to us in an hour? It certainly would be breathtaking.
Oh, and there's that kick to the back of the skull.
You saw nobody home as Graca charged in.
Where's Pyro going? Pyro going up to the top rope.
Oh, Lord! Thought falling off the top rope onto his back was bad. He just fell from the second to the outside here, and Graca's going to go up to the top once again.
That clothesline off of the top rope.
What action here at RWA Hype. It's matches like this that bring such great prestige to the television championship. On par with the Triple Crown Championship, if you ask me.
Oh, he sprung backwards and caught him with an RKO. 2. I thought the match was over right there.
I think the referee saw at the last second Graca's foot was underneath the bottom rope. Graca able to kick out nonetheless.
I thought he was going to springboard off of the second rope into a lion salt. Mike Graca coming through the middle and top rope, coming back into the ring, would have had nowhere to go.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say this is surely a match of the year candidate, and we're not even finished here in this television.
It's only February. March? When is this?
It's only February. Perhaps you need to cut the drinking out.
Uh-oh. Don't do it. He's going to looking for that. Oh, I thought he was looking for that double stomp, but that was just as effective. Frog splash off of the top rope.
And even Pyro doesn't believe it. What's he got to do to put Graca away again here? It's almost as if as this match goes on, it becomes even harder to beat Graca. Are they saying what I think they're saying? They are?
Yeah.
Potty mouths. They're all potty mouths. So Graca latching on to make sure he didn't go anywhere, but he only caught a couple elbows for his trouble. Tornado DDT reversed into a Northern Lights.
That was a very nice maneuver by Mike Graca.
Thinking on his feet is Graca. Now Graca possibly asking himself, what does he have to do to put away Kris Pyro? On their knees, center of the ring now, forearms back and forth. Jumping to his feet, hitting with that kick to the side of the face. Still.
Oh, Graca's mad now. Uh-oh. There's that Sunday Bloody Sunday DDT. Oh, just an eyelash away.
And Graca still can't believe it. After the show, you're going to have to tell me where Sunny Bloody Sunday comes in to where that DDT. Oh, I'm not getting the reference.
Well, I mean, I can tell you right now.
Okay, why don't you tell me right now?
Well, Sunday Bloody Sunday comes in because Prince Devitt from New Japan Pro Wrestling is from Ireland, and he uses that DDT, and it's called the Sunday Bloody Sunday.
All right, we're going to call it the SBS because it sounds like a mouthful. How's that?
Okay, that sounds good. So he has the CMS, the SBS. What is this?
That could have been the CMS right there, that tombstone pile driver. Instead, a Superman-like punch by Pyro. Perhaps has him where he wants him. There's that Death Valley driver in the corner again.
2.
Unbelievable, able to kick out. I think, in fact, I was right. Graca growing stronger by the minute. Now pointing at Adam, the superstar, in the corner of Mike Graca. Blaming the kid. Oh, now he's got a handful of hair. What is he doing here? Oh, it doesn't have to come to this. Don't hit the kid. Oh, he's sending him off the ropes. What in the hell is going on here? But wait a second.
And there's a DDT.
DDT by Adam the Superstar.
Got him hooked up again.
Drops him head first. Oh.
And this match still isn't over.
Unbelievable. Both men refusing to say that they had enough, or refusing to stay down. Huge forearm by Pyro now.
Uh-oh, right into the CMS, that's it. Call it a day.
And you are right, Mike Mifflin. Graca picking up the win here. What a match, and we're not even through with the show.
What an incredible match, no doubt about it.
Ultimate sign of respect by everybody at ringside, pounding away on the ring and the apron, chanting RWA. Nowhere else can you find action like this. These two busting their asses, I don't mind telling you. And Pyro pulling away the TV championship from Mike Graca. I believe he was asking for a microphone.
Wow. Yo, RWA, what do you think? Thought that was worth it or what? And you, I can't believe you. We've been battling back and forth for how long now? Long time, right? Since November. Since November. Seriously. A lot of people point blank talk shit about this company. But you know something? I'm here for a reason. Because this is the next big thing. It's because of guys like this. Mike Graca, after tonight, after this, you've earned my respect.
There you go. That's what it's all about. The spirit of competition here in the RWA is like no other. These guys live and breathe for RWA.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it really doesn't get any better than that. Kris Pyro is definitely right. We here at the RWA are the next big thing. We are the next big thing to break through in professional wrestling, and we're not even done yet tonight.
No, in fact, we have the movement against the Hollywood Balls for the Tag Team Championship. We're going to send it backstage to Rob Massey, who is with the movement.
Gentlemen, thanks very much. Just coming out from ringside to do this interview with the movement. You gentlemen know me, I'm not really much for missing cues, but the movement are not here. I was expecting them here. We know that they're supposed to be in a match with the Hollywood Balls for the titles. When they show up, we'll do my interview, but at this point, no word from the movement as to their location.
After making some of the more violent demands as they have, the movement shows up at the Renegade Wrestling Alliance demands a ton of elbow room, demands a title shot, and then is suddenly absent. I don't understand, folks. I don't have the words for this one, so I'm just going to kick it ringside to Rob, Mike, and Clemson, because our tag team champions, the Hollywood Balls, are coming on out, and I don't know who it's going to be, but they're going to issue out some pain. Kicking it to ringside. Take it away, boys.
It's now time for your main event.
Well, Mike, it is time for our main event, but it seems as though the challengers are MIA, missing in action.
Oh, thanks very much for that. I didn't know what MIA stood for.
Not exactly sure if the Hollywood Balls are even aware of the situation. It could all be just psych out strategy by the movement.
I mean, it could be, but...
Yes, in fact, they are the RWA Tag Team Champions. It took a little bit of doing, but finally, the student body couldn't get out of this one. We saw in previous weeks how it was a matter of a technicality with student body. Well, they had the match null and void and received their championship belts back without even having to beat the Hollywood Balls. Quite clever, but quite coward, if you ask me.
I agree.
And of course, the movement, well, for lack of better words, have been bitching for I don't know how long about not getting their rightful title shot. Personally, they have there's some truth to the matter, but how they went about it's just completely disgusting, if you ask me.
I really don't say that with Renegade. I mean, the movement not really known as being fan favorites anymore, and they really don't care what you have to say or what you think. So.
Yeah, the music of the movement, the new music, new attitude.
The once huge fan favorites in the RWA have turned into despicable human beings as far as the RWA.
Whoa! Speak of despicable human beings, what is student body doing out here? And where's the movement?
Understand what's going on. I mean,
audio amplificator device. No, he wants the microphone.
Put Justin Bieber on. Yes. Would you like to clarify that, please?
What is going on here, Mike? This seems awfully fishy.
Now, last week,
Leo fishy.
brought something very interesting to the attention of our competition of direction. Oh, well.
Competition of direction. Well, that was a botch. We'll try again.
T and Hansen in the match is kind of hard to forget the words sometimes.
I think the power trip just knocked him silly.
Is Nick Rossi the smart one now?
We brought to the attention of the director of competition that the bell was not rung at the restart of our match a couple of weeks ago.
You gotta be kidding me.
Rematch never happened, and therefore the titles once again rightfully belong to us.
Oh,
I think I pronounced everything right.
they have done it again, Mike. We saw a couple weeks ago the restart between the student body and the Hollywood Balls. There was no bell. Now that you mention it, he's right.
That's some way to treat a title, by throwing it on the ground.
We should doesn't bring it into other promotions. I mean,
what's that? Are we not going to have a main event?
You guys want those titles, you have those titles, but you have to defend those titles. So you're defending those titles today. Hey! Yes. You're prepared. Now get in the ring.
One of the directors of competition, Liz B, laying down the law here. We are going to have a main event. Apparently it'll be the student body against the Hollywood Balls. Did she say she was going to strip? Oh, strip them of the titles. Oh, I see. We have a huddle here. Some guidance from their guidance counselor.
I could enunciate better, perhaps.
Okay, we're ready.
You ready?
Yeah, it's fine.
Go on.
Let's go to Rob Massey.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the RWA Tag Team Championships. When the bell rings, the man in charge, RWA Senior Official Steve Mosher. Introducing first the challengers. In the corner to my right, hailing out of Santa Monica, California, being accompanied by their manager, the marvelous Manny Souza, at a combined weight of 480 pounds. Lights out Cipriano Abruzzi, the baby bull Kris, the Hollywood Ball. Their opponents in the corner to my left. Under the guidance of Mr. Hunter from Cambridge, Massachusetts, at a combined weight of 361 pounds, they are the current, reigning, and defending RWA Tag Team Champions, D. Jack Connor, Nick Varsity, the Student Body!
That is a good question, actually. Where the heck are they?
It wouldn't be so bad if you had a better haircut, I guess.
yeah, that haircut's not.
Not exactly who the Balls were expecting to face, but what in the hell is he doing?
Doing some neck bridges?
Perhaps some DDP yoga.
Okay, right. Ring the bell!
It helped Jake the Snake Roberts, but will it help Jack Connor? Staring across the ring at Cipriano Abruzzi, he's going to need every bit of help he can find. The Balls doing a good job of not letting their anger get the best of them right away here. They got a raw deal as far as these tag team titles go, and they're not going to let it ruin their chances of beating the Student Body here tonight. Connor with the side headlock, but not doing a whole hell of a lot of good.
Well, Cipriano Abruzzi is certainly the stronger of those two. Takedown there out of the headlock. This is not Cipriano's first rodeo.
Certainly not.
Collar and elbow tie up, grabs the wrist immediately. Excuse me, I had to cough there for a second. Has him in the British version of a wrist lock.
And what would be the difference there for all of us who do not know?
Well, the British wrist lock, you would turn the wrist towards the body instead of an American wrist lock where you turn it away from the body. your hand and your arm are towards your body instead of away.
And given the typical British style, would the British one be a little bit more effective?
Well, it depends. If you want to get the person closer to you, then absolutely. I mean, if you were about to throw some strikes or something of that nature, then certainly you would want the person closer to you.
Big snap suplex by Cipriano. Suggests that Connor wants Cipriano Abruzzi as far away from him as possible at this point in the match.
Beautiful arm drag from Cipriano Abruzzi. Hip toss. There's a drop kick.
Oh, teasing him for a second there. Up and over goes
Beautiful,
Connor.
up and over.
Swats away the drop kick. Yeah, Hollywood Balls now with some double team action. Into the buckle, and Dozer following in as first. Ooh, I think he ate some squash right there.
Well, that was a full course meal, no doubt about it.
So Varsity come in and out really quickly. Did not want to mix it up with either one of the balls. Cipriano back to back, squashing Connor in the corner some more. Peppered him with that one.
Hard forearm.
Peppered him while assaulting him. See what he did there?
I saw what you did there.
Nobody home now. Varsity's going to come in off the tag.
Stomping away at Cipriano Abruzzi, doing those quick time push-ups.
Again, now Dozer not doing his partner any favors here.
Beautiful elbow drop to the inside of Cipriano's knee.
Taking Cipriano off his feet, not a bad idea. And also, we already know the history regarding that knee and the surgery. Varsity showing little or no remorse, just stomping away right now. I don't think he would mind if Cipriano had to go under the knife one more time. Rebuild that knee.
DDT.
Look at the awkward nature. The leg is twisted right there.
Jack Connor in the ring now. An elbow drop to that leg. DDT?
It looked like he was going to go for it, but now he's just twisting it a bit.
Really, to get the maximum torque, you want to step through on the outside of the leg to really wrench up on his ankle, really twisting that knee.
So I guess there's some homework for Jack Connor to do tonight.
He has him in a single leg. I mean, certainly that's effective as well.
Dozer's had about enough, and now once again putting his partner in some trouble here, as there was absolutely no tag there. There's the leg DDT you were looking for a moment ago.
Two. Cipriano Abruzzi kicking out. Standing drop kick from Nick Varsity. Cipriano Abruzzi being abused.
Cipriano knowing where he is at all times, grabbing for that rope, not having to expend a lot of energy. He's serving it to possibly somehow make his way over to tag his partner here. Now being choked across the bottom rope, and Nick Varsity causing the distraction. Running interference here, while Connor does some outside interference.
Choking him on that bottom rope. Chris Dozier comes running over to try to save his partner.
Mosher has his hands full for sure.
Forearms here.
Not really sure how much Cipriano has in those forearms. Doesn't have a good base to stand on at this point. Dozier's beside himself in the corner.
Kicks him down. Kick to the back of the knee. Really stretching him out there.
Well, watch out, he doesn't have his shoulders on the mat. As you see right there, subject to a 2 count. So kind of trying to force his shoulders back down. But I think he may have unintentionally fell right into the grip of Cipriano Abruzzi. And he finally obliges with a rope break. Now Connor causing the distraction. Now Varsity getting some shots in.
Mr. Hunter got pushed. Cipriano Abruzzi getting peppered with forearms now from Jack Connor. Reverses the whip.
Where's he going? Up he goes with ease, may I add. Full scale assault. We haven't seen that in years. And I think that took every bit of energy Cipriano Abruzzi had. Connor's trying to shake the cobwebs loose, not really sure where he is. Tags all around. Dozier into clean house.
Sweeping STO.
Connor coming to get him some.
And there's that thumb right to the neck. Backbreaker time.
Goes for the cover.
2.
Connor breaks it up. Sip now limping across the ring to cut off Connor. Tosses Connor to the outside. Varsity to the outside. Action spilling out everywhere. Connor looking to tuck tail and run. Varsity ramming Dozer into the post in the background.
Can you really blame Connor, though? Do you really want to exchange forearms with Cipriano Abruzzi?
I don't want to exchange forearms with anybody. At the tender age of 72, that's not in my best interest.
72? You're not 72. You don't look a day over 60, my friend.
I appreciate that.
Oh, and there's a big body slam on the outside of the ring.
I assure you, Jack Connor does not appreciate that. A leg drop. Speak about breaking the tailbone earlier with Billington. That'll do it for certain. Remarkable Cipriano Abruzzi's even standing. I don't know how he's doing it given what has happened to his leg and that leg drop. Going on pure adrenaline, one can only assume. Now all four men center of the ring. I spoke too soon. Student body now alone with Kris Dozer.
And there's an official tag. Nick Varsity going to the outside of the ring, going to get him some of Cipriano Abruzzi. Uh-oh. Has him up.
Lost him momentarily. Don't think it's going to matter because he's just going to muscle him up. Signaling for him to drop him. Now Cipriano comes in with a lariat that takes Connor's head off. But here's Varsity on the apron preventing Steve Mosher from making the tag.
Steve Mosher from making the tag?
It's preventing, if I said that, I apologize. Preventing Steve Mosher from making the count.
Thank you very much. I know what you meant. You didn't have to really repeat yourself, but that's fine.
It was more so for me than it was for you. Oh, wait a second. That wasn't a...
What was that?
That was something, some sort of foreign object.
International object.
Whatever you want to call it, it's knocked Cipriano Abruzzi out cold.
The winners of the contest and still the RWA Tag Team Champions, the Student Body.
And the Student Body steals one yet again.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what an interesting night it has been here at RWA. I mean, we absolutely have torn the house down yet again. We just keep improving and improving and improving. The wrestlers here at RWA just keep improving and improving and improving, and we just get better and better each taping. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot wait for RWA Dynasty. We will remember April 13th. Don't you dare miss it. We are going to be at the Smithfield Elks Lodge. Tickets $10 for adults, $5 for kids under 12. Everything goes to the Station Nightclub Memorial Fund. Please join us for that show and continue to watch RWA. All news and information can be found on rwawrestling.net, and you can also find us on YouTube, RWA 4, the number 4, ever. And ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible night it has been. For myself, the Mouth Mike Mifflin.
I am Clem Cadiddlehopper.
And we will see you next time here at RWA. Don't you dare go anywhere. We are the best wrestling in New England.